Good evening from the Pompey Observatory. Tonight I'm experimenting with two live streams at the same time. There will be voice commentary on only one of them. I'm trying to have the second stream be totally standalone. Actually, laptop and the DWARF are 2 floors away from me, and I have the only access I have to them is via remote desktop. Have not found a way yet to feed my audio over a remote or a virtual machine connection. But in the meantime, the experiment is to see whether it will operate in a standalone mode. I will be able to keep an eye on it. Looks like we have our target with the Seagull Nebula, so we're going to start capturing it. It's a nebula, so I want the filter on. And let's go. I can see that DWARF is trying to render all 3 galaxies, M95, M96, and M105. In the meantime, Seestar is going through calibration, and then it will okay, fine with me. No, the weather has turned extremely pleasant here this afternoon. And uh-oh, we just had a satellite go through. And we had, the forecast calls for about another hour of clear skies before the clouds move in. So I thought I would take advantage of that and try my two-stream extravaganza. Since I'm going to have so many different telescopes on April 8, I thought now is a good time to test having two at the same time. Our temperature finally has a plus before the digits in Celsius. The big secret here to having two live streams at the same time is to stream the second one as a webcam, and OBS Studio allows us to specify a virtual webcam, which is a part of the screen, and that's where I am using the DWARF as a webcam for all intents and purposes and streaming it this way as the second stream. I moved 2177 off to the side deliberately because there is a lot of nebulosity around it that I'd like to get as well. Robocop, when I saw it this morning, Seestar was able to track the sun without any problem for a full 5 hours. I'm still debating whether to use the DWARF or the Seestar as the standalone all day long stream on eclipse day. I'm still very tempted to use the DWARF because it's lighter weight and I can put it a lot higher. And not worry about it falling. I don't think so. Uh, I have not seen any specifications for Stellina 2 or Stellina Pro or whatever the successor is. If it is still 24 pounds when Seestar is about 8 and DWARF is about 4, actually DWARF is 2.4. I don't think so. I definitely am no longer willing to pay $4,000 for a smart telescope. 3 years ago, I was willing to pay, and I did. Today, highly unlikely. I remain surprised that Vaonis is doubling down on 2-inch aperture with their Vespera, Vespera 2, Vespera Pro, Vespera Passenger. I definitely would like to see them go back and build a 3-inch or a 4-inch even. They had introduced a 6-inch telescope, but that did not go anywhere. I'm not aware of any unit having been sold. Alright, when it starts telling me image doesn't have enough stars, it usually means image has enough clouds. I don't know if you saw my image of M51, Messier 51, the Whirlpool Galaxy that I took with the 11-inch Celestron with the Edge HD. I'm trying to build that telescope to become as close to a Seestar as possible in terms of it being a smart scope. I'll go over the detail in just a minute, but I was blown away by the quality of the picture afterwards. The difference between what DWARF 1-inch, Seestar 2 inches, Stellina 3, and then Edge HD 11. The difference in the detail in that galaxy were just mind-boggling, and they all had comparable sensors. Both Stellina and Edge HD 11 had 8 megapixel sensors. Now, when I was looking at Stellina 3 years ago, I read a review by a NASA engineer who said he has built over his 20, 30, 40-year career, that he had built lots of observatories for NASA. And he said that Stellina has everything that he has ever put in an observatory, software or hardware, all in a small 24-pound package. That was enough to convince me to buy it. Looking back at what Stellina provided, that its successors do not. We're talking about a built-in dew heater and hygrometer. We're talking about a derotator. The sensor itself derotates as the telescope is moving. And that you only find in the larger observatories, the multi-100-pound telescopes. It has plate solving. It has a very sophisticated autofocus that uses Fourier transforms to look at the sharper place for the image. You don't need to polar align it. You just drop it wherever, it'll find its way. And the stacking algorithm and frame rejection is fairly advanced. And this is now 3, 4, 5-year-old technology easily. The dwarf to the Seestar is a big step up. So we are stuck at 6 minutes and 30 seconds of stacked. Let me go see what the dwarf is doing in the meantime. The dwarf has stacked 78 out of 104 frames. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can switch between the two channels, even if it's momentarily here. Okay, looks like we can do it this way. So this is what the Seestar has so far, sorry, what Dwarf has so far. And if we look at Don't know why it has so much green in it. But these are the three galaxies and they are not forming up too well yet. There is one here, one here, yep. This is M95, this is M96, and this is M105. So they're going to take their time. And I don't know that Seestar is doing any better at this point. Yeah, we have been streaming for 25 minutes and it has only stacked 7 minutes of them. I'm going to take a peek outside and see if I can see any star or whether it's all cloudy. I regret to inform you that I did not see a single star in the sky. Very thick, solid clouds have covered the area, and that will be the early ending for what will be a very short evening. So I wish you all a good night. Looks like I succeeded in having 2 streams, but there was not much in them. So long from the Pompey Observatory, and I'll catch up with you some other time.